Hello there. Welcome to Sunday Nights Live. You are visiting Beverlee Morales with Stampin' All Day with Bev. I'm so glad you chose to be here tonight. And if you will, if you're not already a follower of my Facebook page, please follow. And if you're here on YouTube watching the replay, please subscribe. I love it if you enjoy yourself here when you press the follow button or the subscribe button. Hello, I see numbers starting to come up. When you get here, say hi. You know what I realized? Hi, Karen. I realized that I have a lot of people that watch me that don't say anything, so I don't even know you're there. Hi, Stephanie. Just say hi. You're not committed to anything. I just like to see who you are, where you're from. Hi, Carol. And I like to know if you're enjoying yourself here. You can let me know that. If you like something I do, my projects, you can click on the hearts or the thumbs up. And yeah, that all just helps me to know what's going on with my customers and followers and subscribers. Okay, hello there, Roz. It is 7 o'clock, so I am going to get started. I am using the Handcrafted Elements dies again. Hi, Viola. Last time I used them was the last live that I had, and I made a very, very dainty, soft, what everybody calls a Bev card. Hey, Cheryl. And we also, the customers, hello, Florence, that came to open house, got to make the same card as they're make and take. Hi, Marie. Hi, Sandy. So everybody seemed to like it a lot, and that little technique on how to make your images so soft using your blending brushes and ink. Okay, well, in that same die set, there is an ornament die, and I mentioned to you last Tuesday that the ornament is what caught my eye, but instead of starting with Christmas, I started with that flower that's in the die because from Houston. Oh, I'm glad to see that, Stephanie. I didn't know. Welcome. So I always like to show you how you can use the dies for all year round, how versatile they are. So today we're going to go to Christmas and we're going to use the ornament. Hi, Sandra. Okay, let me turn you down and do my little housekeeping and show you who won the card, and then we'll get started with the project. Let's turn you around. Yep, now you're straight. All right. Hi, Beth. Welcome. Hi, Sandra. If I didn't say hi already. Hello, Roseanne. Okay, again, welcome to my page, Stampin' All Day with Bev. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. My name is Beverlee Morales, and I live in Tracy, California. I have a September host code right here. If you would like to place an order with me, and your order's under $150 retail, you can use this host code, and I would greatly appreciate that. Hi, Marcia. This is where you can shop with me. My link is beverleestamps.stampinup.net. And my YouTube channel, if you want to send your friends there, is just my name. So go to YouTube and type in my name in the search engine and I will pop up. If you need to talk to me, you have any questions, just email me. Or if you win a card, email me your address so I can get that mailed to you. All right. Here is the card that I made on the last live. Thank you, Marcia. And let's see who won this beauty. Everybody at Open House really liked it a lot. And the winner is Sue Rollins. Sue, if you watch the replay or if you get on here in a minute, I do need your address. You didn't miss anything, Marcia. I'm just getting started with the housekeeping, and then I'm going to start the project. Hi, Bev. So, Sue, if you will send me your address to my email address, then I can mail this card to you. So congratulations. Hello, Kathy. Before I get started, though, I have to show you this couple of cards that were sent to me via snail mail. You guys are the kindest, sweetest, lovely ladies, and I feel so blessed that you follow me and that you watch. I got this beautiful card in the mail to say Happy Grandparents' Day. So I want to say that to you. If you're a grandparent, Happy Grandparents' Day. This is from Maria. She is a customer of mine that found me on YouTube, and we have become friends, and I wouldn't have known her, but she found me on YouTube, and now she's one of my customers, and she sent me this delightful card in the mail the other day. Hi, Diane. Hi, Olive. And then all the way from Canada, Tracy. Tracy is a follower. Hi, Kay. She sent me this adorable card and a hug. And that was just the sweetest, all the way from Canada. Look at the matching envelope. Isn't that sweet? I love getting snail mail, so thank you, ladies, for that. And now I can show you the card. I have to tell you that this is the fun fold of this card. Hi, Christine. Hello, Kay. I did case the fold. Hi, Annie. I don't case very often. Hi, Donna. But I saw this fold. Rhonda Wade, who is an amazing Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, created this fold, or I don't know, I shouldn't say she created it. I don't know if she created it or not, but that's where I saw it. Hello, Diane. So I thought it was fun, and I thought, this is going to be a card, especially if you make it Christmas, that I wouldn't just make a ton of and send out to everybody, because it does take quite a bit of designer series paper, and it's not hard and a lot of work. In fact, it's easy, but it's special. It's very, very special. So if you have a few people on your list that you want to send a special Christmas card to, this one will do the trick. Yes, Rhonda is amazing, Florence. You're absolutely right. Hi, Nikki. So my card is completely different than Rhonda's. Hers was adorable. Hers was Halloween, and she used a designer series paper that on this fold created a little scene as you opened it up. And I loved the fold, and I just thought, well, let's see if we can make a card without a scene. And then it worked. So let me show you the card first, and then hi, Terry, welcome. I'm going to show you everything I used to make this card. Here is the card. Hi, Patty. And it's using that beautiful ornament that I talked about from Handcrafted Elements dies. And it's using designer series paper, but I'll give you the names of everything in a minute. And you open it up like this. Thank you for all the hearts. And you see a beautiful wreath as you open it, the first unfold. But where do you write, you say? Well, you don't write there. You open again. It's almost like a book. And on both sides of the inside of my book, I put more designer series paper. See why I say it's special? It does use a lot of designer series paper, but I think it's so well worth sending a special card like this to somebody special in your family or a special friend. Okay, so what did I use to make this beautiful card? The little elements on there are the loose holly gems and sequins, and there is their code. Thanks, Bev. Thanks, Marcia. Hi, Jeanette. And so there is the code for the loose holly gems. Then I used two colors, cherry cobbler ink. There is also the code, and shaded spruce. And I was happy to use shaded spruce because I rarely use that green. So I used cardstock and ink, shaded spruce. Hello, Irene. Then here are the Handcrafted Elements dies. I'm going to pull them out again and show you the dies themselves. These are the ones I am not using tonight. I'm only using the ornament, but these are the ones I used on the make and take card and the card I made on Tuesday. So I'm going to put those back, and we're going to see how different this die set can be. And they're in the mini catalog, and this is their code. What did I marry them in? That's another signature of mine. I try to marry things together, so things you may already have, so you can see how well they'll go with the new things that you choose to purchase. Hi, Deborah. So I married this with the Country Wreath die set and the Cottage Wreath stamp set. So here is the ornament. Here are the wreaths. Here is the bow. And these three come in the Country Wreath dies. And here is a star. Hi, Debbie. And this comes with the elements, the Handcrafted Elements dies, the star does. Okay, so I just want you to know where each piece comes from. Then all that beautiful designer series paper is in the pack, Joyful. It's a 12 by 12 pack in the current mini. It's a specialty paper, so it shimmers and shines, and it's just absolutely stunning. You'll need your basic tools like your snips, your bone folder, take your pick tool and all those things. But let me show you the card one more time for those of, hi Cheryl and Cindy who just walked in. Welcome, I'm so glad you're here. This is how this card opens, and then another surprise as it opens again. Okay, let's get started. What do we need as far as cardstock? Because of the designer series paper colors, I chose the base to be Cherry Cobbler. So I have an 8.5 by 11 piece of cherry cobbler. Thanks, Debbie. And I'm just going to cut it in half. At 5.5. And now I have normally 2 cards, correct? Well, this time we're going to take each half and use it for this card. I'm going to fold it over, both pieces. Take my bone folder and burnish. So that's the second part of the card. Then I'm going to do the same thing. Burnish. Okay, then I'm going to take the front part of the card and I'm going to turn it on itself, line it up corner to corner, and burnish again. So that's it. So then this card goes onto this card and you have the fun fold. So let me show you that. See? And then you open it up in the second part. So all it is layering now. So we've got our base made that fast. If you have a lot of Christmas paper, you could make this card for a lot of people because like I said, it's not hard. It's just a lot of paper. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Melinda. All right, so we need some scraps. I have a scrap. I don't even know. It was truly a scrap. I don't even know what color this is. It's kind of a brushed nickel. So I grabbed that. And I grabbed a little piece of the designer series paper in the pack that I mentioned, Joyful. That's for the star. Then I have some shaded spruce scrap for the wreaths. Then I have some white, basic white cardstock for the bow. Okay, so those are the pieces I need, scraps I need to make this card. And then I cut the DSP in advance. So you need 2 pieces, your choice of pattern. I chose this pattern, and both pieces are 2 by 5 3/8. They fit on the panel here, and here. Okay. Then you need layer size, 3 more pieces. 1 being the designer series paper of your choice. I chose the music notes. They're all 4 by 5 1/4, all 3 of these pieces. Then for the inside of the card, and then to stamp and write your message on the very inside of the card. Okay, so let's get stamping with the inside of the card first. I'm going to take the shaded spruce ink and the wreath that comes in the stamp set, cottage wreath. This one here. And I'm going to ink this up. Now this is photopolymer. So I'm going to grab my mat and I'm going to tap, tap, tap using my pointer finger onto the stamp block to give a little bit more pressure. And this wreath is stunning. It is, I've used it many times before. It is a distinctive look, very soft, very pretty. I'm going to hold my paper and then lift up the stamp. Look how gorgeous that image is. Lighter and darker and distinctive just by inking it up. Don't do anything special with that. Then I'm going to take my cherry cobbler ink. Hello, Sharon and Lisa. And the Merry Christmas that also comes in the same stamp set. I'm going to ink that up lightly. It's a small stamp, so I'm going to press lightly a few times. And then I'm just going to place that right in the middle of the wreath. Merry Christmas. Okay. While I have my red ink out, I'm going to take my little bow, also in the stamp set, and also a distinctive look. Hello, Louise. And I am going to stamp that on the white cardstock. Just love the way this stamp set stamps. Okay. I'm going to get a baby wipe for my fingers just in case I got ink on them. I don't think I did, but you never know. Okay. And I'm going to put this to the side now, this away, and come over to my card base. Here is my card base. I always like to work with my bases flat. I don't like to have them folded or bent or anything because that can cause you to make a mistake. Hi, Pat. Welcome. And we're going to take our liquid glue and we're going to place this right here. Then I'm going to take this pattern that's all in the DSP that I showed you, Joyful, 12 by 12, and I'm going to place this on the inside of the card as well. And I'm doing this first just so I don't lose any of the pieces and have to hunt for them. And then we'll do our die cutting. Okay, so there's the base of the card. Let's take the front of the card and we're going to take the two by, what did I say they were? 2 by 5 3/8. And we're going to set these down on the front of the card. Again, I want to work flat just to avoid error. Just look that you're getting a framed edge all the way around equally, and you're good. Hi, Connie. right. Now the music note paper just goes right on top of this piece. So we're going to get that down. Okay. So now all you have to do is take the top card, turn it over, put glue on the back of the top card, then I set it down. The glue allows you to let things move, and I stand it up so I know that it's even. It's the easiest way I find to do it. And then I take my bone folder, and I've taught you when you're using your bone folder on beautiful paper like this, you want to turn it over and do it across the back so you don't scratch anything or accidentally get any glue on anything. And there's your fold. Boom, boom. Like a little fancy book, isn't it? I just think it's beautiful. Okay, so let's do some die cutting. I'm going to bring over my cut and emboss machine. I need to cut out this, and this. I showed you this is the green paper for the wreaths. And this is going to be taped onto the bow. Let me cut it. My paper snips. And cut this off just so I have more room on my machine. And I'm going to tape that one down so it doesn't move. This is Post-it note tape that you can find on Amazon, and I use it all the time. I've had this one roll forever. It lasts a really long time, so I love it. And then I need to get my designer series paper. I need the little star. Again, my snips to cut down the piece even a little smaller. Ooh, I got that one close. I'm just going to tape it down because it's small. Not that I need it to be straight, but it's small, so I don't want it to slip off the paper. Okay, and then, excuse me, my designer series paper for the ornaments. So this is 3 inches wide, and then you just have a little bit. You could go probably, I don't know, 2 3/4, but be careful. I wanted to give myself some space, so I went 3 inches. And then we're going to cut all this stuff out. So let's get to my machine. This is the Cut and Emboss Stampin' Up! Machine. And I have to tell you, on Saturday night, I sold another machine. Yay, we have a new stamper in our world. Her name is Annie. She goes to my church. Oops, this came off anyway, so let me put it back. She's not the Annie that you're seeing on here tonight. I haven't seen her yet, but it's another Annie. And do you guys remember when you got your first cut and emboss machine or your first big shot? I remember when I got mine. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. Well, she's so excited like that. She got a couple of bundles, and she's coming to my box in a book class. So she's on her way. She's placed her orders, and she's excited. So I'm going to go through, and I'm going to come back just because I want the wreaths to cut all the way. Then I'm going to take these all apart. Let's check our wreaths to make sure they did cut well. They look like they did. Okay. And then let's do the ornament. I want 2 ornaments on this card. So I'm going to run, well, I do want it straight because there is a plaid there. Doing this sideways is not the easiest. Okay. 1. And 1 more. Now when you cut this ornament out, the center pops out. So that's what my scrap of that goldish brushed nickel was for. I'm going to place that in the middle. I wanted to show you that. If you want to do that, you can. Okay. One more time. You don't need to go up and back like I just did. I only do that when I'm on live really with this die because it's easier for me to grab it on this side than it is on this side. Okay, so here goes the second ornament. And then here's that little sliver, and I only need the center of this ornament there. So, what did I do with my acrylic? Oh, put it away. So a little sliver of scrap works great. If you wanted to use white or vanilla, you could, and that way you could stamp on the ornament too. So now I just have this piece here is what I need. This is kind of cool too. Okay, so let's put our ornament away. Move our cut and emboss machine. And let's get all our little pieces. Here's the center. Now look how cute and how dressy this becomes if you fill in the void with a foil paper of some type. Isn't that pretty? You guys like that? Here is the pretty little bow. And we've got our star. And I'm going to take my take your pick tool and punch the little holes in the dies. Some of them are for an image, but most you use those little holes so if your paper is not coming out of your die quickly, you can just take your pick tool and punch the holes, and then it will all pop out. Okay. And then here's the other ornament. Now these dies here. I'm going to take my brush. The take your pick tool has an attachment to it. It's a brush like this, and you can just run over your dies with the brush, and it will pop out most, if not all, of your little pieces. And if they do not pop out, then you take your pick tool and pop them out. And again, the little holes are so it will push out the die. Thanks, Florence. Okay, so there's 2 that did not come out, so I'm going to push those out like that. And then let's get the little hole and push. See how the paper pops out? And there we go. They all came out of that one. So when I took this card, I started with 1 ornament, and I placed it the center of the ornament onto the fold of the card, just like this. And I wasn't sure if I liked the void like that. So I'm going to put glue on this half of the ornament. We don't want any glue on this half because it would stick to the card, right? So let me get it down. And I'm just going to hang over to my left and get light glue on this ornament. This is a new bottle of glue, so I'm being careful because I don't want a bunch to squirt out suddenly. And then just take the nose and push some glue over to this little skinny part. Okay, now you can safely grab this end because there's no glue there, right? So you start by putting this ornament down, and there's a reason for that. I kind of didn't care for that by itself, so I took the star and I put glue on the tip and then these two legs, of course, on the back, and it fits right across that little void perfectly, which made me very, very happy. The middle scallop will grab, the two middle scallops, top and bottom, will grab the legs of the star. Isn't that pretty? Now, to dress that up just a bit more, I think I want the void filled when you make the ornament. Here's the deal. Yeah, the reason I didn't fill this one is because I'm kind of freakish about the back, and depending on what you fill it with will matter. So I chose this one, being white against white, as the better look. And that's why I did that. But on the inside, I did fill the void. So it's good that you can see both and decide what you like most. All right, then I came over to these little loose holly gems. And I wanted to decorate the ornament a little bit more, so I'm putting a dab of glue here. 3 little dots, as small as I can get them. I take your pick tool, and I'm grabbing the larger red gems in the pack. And I'm setting that down first. Now this is, I've mentioned this before, this is a time where I need to take your pick tools because I need the help to hold that down because the glue's not quite dry. The little bit of glue is hanging out under that gem, so let's see if that's enough to grab a holly. Okay, it is, but I need more to grab one more holly. But we have to be very, very careful that we don't get too much. Okay, so grab another one, set it down, and push with your second, take your pick tool, and look how pretty they are. Okay, so then my second fuss was when I open up this card at this point, while this is gorgeous paper, I can't write on it. I don't want to put white on here and cover it up, so what am I going to do? I took these 2 wreaths, and I'm trying to see. I put the heavier one, the thicker one on the bottom, and the thinner one on top. Now look at the difference. If you just use one, okay. But if you add the second one, then it's thicker and just so much prettier. So my placement matters. We want it to be underneath the ornament so there's not a bunch of busyness. We want an elegant look, right? So this is the placement here. So I'm going to take my first one, and put glue around the thicker part of the wreath. If I get a little bit too much glue, then I just take that glue and push it around with the nose of the applicator. Then again, I don't set it down on the paper until I close the card and I know that this ornament is going to be right on top when it's closed. So now that's the perfect placement. Hello, Carol. And then, put one of these take your pick tools away. Then this one, same thing, just a little bit of glue on the ring of the wreath and place it right on top of the first one. Okay, and then same thing right about there. We're going to put a dot of glue. I'm just going to do one at a time because I'm not sure how much will squirt out and how much I need for the holly. And I'm going to dress this up with another bit of holly. One here. Grab my holly and set it down. And then one more, isn't it? We can almost hear the angels singing. It's Christmassy, Christmassy. These gems are so shiny that they're making a glare, and I was having a hard time seeing the hollies in the pack. They just really, really shine. Okay, so let's put these away. Now those hollies aren't quite dry yet, so I'm kind of scared, but look how they just pile right underneath each other, so it's just perfect that way. Now there's a little tiny star that goes in this star. The middle popped out. Let me see if it's on my machine. I don't see it, so I'm not going to hunt for it. But on the first card that I made, my prototype, I did add that back in the middle and added another gem on top of there. If I come across it before this live is over, then I'll add it, but I don't see it here. Okay, so we already stamped the inside. But we want to decorate, I wanted to decorate this side as well. Remember I said that Rhonda did a little scene, so hers was Halloween, and you opened it up, and little pumpkins and tombstones and things, and the scene continued this way. So I wanted to put something here as well. So I took another ornament because I think they're absolutely stunning. This is what caught my eye, like I said, this whole die set. But then I ended up using the flowers first and fell in love with them. Okay, so here is ornament here. And like I said, to fill this in, you can either use white, in this case, or vanilla, if you had a vanilla piece here. And you could stamp another sentiment right there. This is going to go right in like that to make it fancy, fancy pants. And you get to use your little scraps to make this center piece here. Then I took the bow, and this is slippery because it's a foil. So we're going to take our mini glue dots so we don't have to wait for things to dry. I like to bend up the bow just a little bit, and it fits perfectly in there. And then I always take my, hi Becky, I always take my take your pick tool pointer and push down the mini glue dot back there really hard so it doesn't fall off. And look how beautiful that ornament is with the bow. How beautiful it is with the star. So pretty. So again, the bow and the wreaths and the Merry Christmas are from Cottage Wreath. There is their code. And let's open this up one more time so you can see again how this works. Now, when you stand it up, it looks beautiful. I wondered about that, but I stood it up and looked back, and it's accordion style, and it looks very, very nice. Yes, you like that with the bow in there. Yes, very, very nice. I love it too. All right, are there any questions? I hope I didn't miss any questions. If I did, I promise you that I will go back and watch the replay. And if you had a question that I missed, I will type in an answer for you and get back to you. Okay, thank you for the hearts. I hope that you will come back on Tuesday. And if you're not already following me, I hope you will. Hi, Diane. And also sprinkle with your friends if you think they would enjoy it here as well. All right, ladies, good night. I'm glad, Diane. Thank you. 2 Dianes in a row. Thank you, both Dianes. Thanks, Bev. Okay, good night. Thanks, Annie.